Yazin, I wish I could put this phone near an ice pack or something because it keeps on overheating. It's old, and the only phone that has got any kind of manners is the iPhone, but its battery dies quickly. I don't know why. Guess because it's old. And secondly, it's currently full, so I can't use the iPhone. So pililengam, essentially, that's literally just what's good. South Africa, whatever, boohoo, you have chosen this for life. Okay. Nina na your country that is dying a slow death. I'm burning. I'm burning. Nyasha, le phone leli lizogcina ningithathele the screen ngiyantshela izongikhathisha le Android mangicela ukungikhathisha le Android. I'm not going to have any way to record, and so I'm just going to have to languish ngiyolala nam like a lazy South African, twisting around in bed, a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. You know what the Lord has to say in the Proverbs through Solomon about lazy people, which South Africans are becoming because they refuse to do anything. Like, if they have to urge you, if there has to be some kind of a call to action via some small little mob in the country that you must protest against power cuts, then the Lord has this to say about laziness in a people or in a person. Like a door that turns on its hinges, or as with a door that turns on its hinges and squeals and screeches and all that jazz. Of course, I'm using the amplified version in my brain. So too is a lazy man when he turns on his bed. South Africa is screeching like a door on its hinges that's not even well oiled. Yeah. They have to give you a call to action to protest. You're too lazy even to fight for your freedoms. Mnandiamba. Spread your wings and prepare to fly. You have become a butterfly. Oh, yeah, guys. You have seen it fit that you're gonna make sure out of your land to do a little bit of a mass skills exodus out of this gangster monstrosity, because you keep on making sure that people's phones burn out before they can finish speaking their story. I don't want to be something that sleeps, has a little sleep, has a little slumber, or be some kind of a door on its hinges that is turning in its bed in the middle of the afternoon. This country is fostering people to sleep a little bit later than they would appreciate. This morning, I woke up at 11:40 something because I did not want to be walking around dilly-dallying in these streets, hopping about like a kangaroo with nothing to do in the middle of apartheid. But I got out of bed anyway, because I was too hot to stay in bed. The power then ultimately came back 2 minutes after waking up at an arbitrary time. Like I said, around 11:40 something. Earlier on, I spoke about that. So even when you want to wake up, apparently the earliest bird catches the fastest worm. Even when you want to be that chick, you be like literally twisting in your bed like a door on its hinges, swinging about, swiveling in it, rolling around in it like a burrito, or a pig in a blanket, or a donut in chocolate. That's what is good. Yeah, you are forced to do that by the power cut crisis. Hey, batung, solar panels are not cheap. How did cheapy, guys? This country, I can't deal. I'm leaving. Like, y'all need to understand, I don't care how it happens, but I'm leaving. And God has confirmed that I'm leaving. I don't know how. I don't know if when he says, spread your wings and prepare to fly, you have become a butterfly. I don't know if he's telling me about the rapture or an aeroplane yamampela ndio puma apha ndangizothatha mini vaccine ukuyohamba mina ndiye wherever ndiyondiza guys niye overseas ngiyakhala katlhaloganya kyatsamaya. South Africa. It's going to be a rough ride living in another country where I can't use my languages, but that's just the thing. I'm pretty certain go ba kraba bang ma South Africa mo ke yang teng, because hona le batho ba kgathetseng ka this country ba tlo tsamayang ba ke tlo ba tholang ba ke tlo gona go bua Sesotho ba ke tlo gona go bua Sesotho le Setswana le bona. There are people in other countries that I am going to find that I'm going to be able to speak Sotho and Tswana and Zulu with. Maybe even like meet one or two Afrikaner men or women that I'm going to be like, who's it daar meneer van Niekerk? Bakona overseas, because they're fed up with this country. Fed up. I'm leaving, and I don't care how much you might want to hold on to me for dear life with your grubby paws, making like my cat on a rainy day. I don't care. Ndiamba. Ke borile le ke tabaro tshwantse ke lo sila message ona go kwale, because phone ya ka ya tshesa ga ona ntwe sebetsang in South Africa. Nothing works in this country. Nothing. I literally don't know what to do. You are under judgment. How are you gonna go be dealing with so many podcasts a day and you don't even have the energy in your limbs to lift them up? You're a paraplegic, for crying out loud. Even Oscar Pistorius managed to kill a woman, and you can't. You literally do not think. You're not thinking. You don't even want to like realize that your nation is being squandered because you were under a principality and it's made out of you, a log in your bed that is just busy twisting and turning left and right, like a person that has to, keep on getting bathed, the bed sores off because they are like an obese person on my 500-pound life. That's what South Africans are like. You are even too lazy to complain. Raise the standard up against the devil to fight for your own country. Already take away in the middle of power cuts. Offline content that you have offloaded because the table power cut. That's all you gotta do. That's all you are doing. That is your strategy to deal with power cuts. I'm going to put stuff offline. I'm gonna watch Netflix offline. That's what I'm gonna do. How many hours am I anticipating things are gonna be like this? Okay, so I'm gonna go and put a whole bunch of YouTube videos offline. You're content with offline. Twisting and turning in your bed, fanning yourself when your aircon can't work because there's no electricity. How much money did you spend on your aircon device? A whole bunch, and you can't even use it. Day by day, I'm done. South Africa. Whirlwind, tornado, or earthquake. I feel like the government is saying sense. Hi, buddy. I'm done. I'm sorry for those of you who don't understand my languages, but sometimes it's very hard for me to continue to huff and puff and blow the house down like the big bad wolf when, I don't know, I'm speaking English. It just doesn't quite hit the nail in the coffin. I'm just saying. I am concerned about my cellular device bringing it up a storm, so I can't continue to have this conversation for much longer. So this will be my final part, following which I'm going to do shorts, and then following which I don't know what I'm going to do with the rest of the time. I don't want to take a shower because it's just going to burn me up even more, and then I'm going to sweat it up a storm. It's so hot, y'all, with no ventilation, no ability to catch a cool or anything of that nature, that when I was washing the dishes, since I have been reduced to a live-in domestic worker, water spilled on my pants. They were basically dripping, and without even drying them, within 2.5 minutes I was completely dry. That's how hot it is. Hey, the desert all over the show. There is a drought. There's been a drought in Africa since the beginning of time. Everybody else be out there in these streets imagining that a drought is a brand spanking new thing because they don't know what it's about. But Africans are used to droughts because it's always really hot, and they are busy turning off power on a continent as hot as that. Busy, it is subjugated to the tyranny of the heat stroke. They are putting us in hospital beds, the hospitals of which are non-operational because there are power cuts there too. This country can't even, do anything right in that regard. There have been petitions by ministers and all different kinds of weird, funny people who like to petition for stuff to at least leave the power running in places like hospitals and police stations, etc., because these are essential services. No, they can't even do that right. They just load shed ubiquitously, killing people in ICU in South Africa. It's just what happens. Can't deal, can't tolagala, and I don't respect having absolutely no aircon in the middle of the kind of heat that dries up my pants in 2 minutes. But that's just South Africa. Keep your country. I'm leaving. May the Lord God Almighty come very speedily and fetch us. I'm done. Signing out. Because I can phone. It's overheating in the African sun.